Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT champion, and now it's time for giving out for 2 cars to try out here for a custom race on Gran Turismo Sport. Well, ever since Alpine was definitely the French automaker in the 1970s, so looks like this is going to be turns out for this gameplay segment, because this custom race event is all about old and new rides. So yeah, first up, I'm about to go and get started to use with the Alpine A110 1600S 1972. This classic iconic sports car was also turns out to become premium car in Gran Turismo 6. But there is one big special surprise. But there is a new Alpine A110 model, which is definitely known as the Premier Edition. This model is definitely appeared from last year, because this is definitely the 2017 model, but well, looks like we're in 2018, folks. Time to go and get started to begin for a little custom race. Well, glad that the Alpine will be very great to be prepared for the little racing segment. I might say I'm about to go and pick any track to choose with. Perhaps I should probably have to go for today is to drive out at Autodromo Lago Maggiore East, so I could go and select this course layout. Well, eventually I'll make sure I'll be had to get over to Alcinch later on here for you. So I might say I'm about to go something to do for the rendering has definitely changed out to become a standard instead of frames per second. Probably 60 FPS. Alright, now let's just go and get everything set up, and don't forget the grid start. I'm just really want to go for a grid start for having a little starting line. Yep, good thing this is definitely the old model. I'm about to be using it. Well, I just always loved to use the Alpine 1600S back from Gran Turismo 6 because I just really enjoyed it to drive it. Definitely, Alpine's was definitely French favorite manufacturer. So, looks like we're about to go and take on 3 laps on each section of Lago Maggiore. Now, might say this before, just change the TCS to 1 and just to make sure for it. Alright, so looks like this is the interior view. Definitely still turns out to become the same view for you. Well, ever since Gran Turismo 4 has definitely made its appearance along with this car. But evenly in Gran Turismo 5, the A110 1600S was definitely becomes a standard car. Well, probably it was a different kind of model here for it, which is definitely a 1973, but this one is a 1972 model. Could definitely go in for it. This one is definitely old school sports car. So I'm about to go and taking on professionals and go and beat with these other cars whenever I can, and I hope I should probably have to do my best for it. Well, maybe luckily I should probably have to change up the racing gears soon. But got no time for it. Well, I might better have to go for the short race for maybe 2 or 3 laps. I want to see how the A110s will beat these newer models. I hope I'm glad I'm about to get everything kicked up for it. Plus, for the little racing music, it gives something a little bit more better to do it. Just keep on the inside of the turn. Oh, yep, looks like the handling still changed. Definitely remains the same. Past that Renault. Alright, heading on over to the second lap. Trying to pass that Supra. Hope this French car can give me a lot of good handling it. Oh, a little more power slide. Alright, just keep on going. Past the Alfa Romeo 4C and the Audi TT. Well, guess the MR2 was definitely also here to race with the others. Whoa! Well, perhaps drivetrain is the RR vehicle. Well, I kind of think RR drivetrains might be very good for it. Maybe just like the Porsche 911 GT3 RS. It was definitely a supercar at all. Now, coming on over to the last turn, looks like we're almost there to take on to the final lap. Last lap, gonna make it for the best. Okay, bet this old dog can barely take on some new tricks. So yeah, drive easily with this car because, well, I'm just gonna have to use for a little example. Just giving a little last time for doing some drifting 101 basics. Alright, now almost there. Gonna watch the distance to see how am I going to catch up. Ooh. Almost slipped past on the SFR. Well, definitely the first place driver is definitely the Audi R8. Well, looks like second place for this car. That'll be the right time to get ready to change stuff for getting ready for the next round. Looks like I'm just finally reaching second place. No wait, that wasn't the Audi R8. Oh, that was the A110 Premier Edition. I guess that was quite very good for it. New model had finally won, and definitely the old model came in second. This is definitely one big interesting race here, folks. Alright, looks like clean race bonuses giving some fine effort. Well, before that, That would be quite very old school style. Alright, now we're about to take on Alsedge Village. But this time, I'll be able to do a little putting on sports medium. But definitely there's some performance max power is 138 HP. That would be quite standardly good for the car to make it better. Well, the road course for the balance of performance will be recommendedly. It'll make sure I'm just gonna leave this as always. Let's go and give this old style vehicle for a little attempt. Feels good to drive that French car over to the country. Well, definitely the 2000 GT comes in as well. Alright, now for this second attempt on Alsedge Village, I really got to take it much, relatively increased a lot of straps to catch up with some other cars. Probably might be able to use for a little apex to keep it up for a while. Well, probably the driving line will be needed for a little assistance. I'm kind of like I'm going for assist because I'm just not to go over pro. So definitely 2 laps might be for a short kick because I'm really go for it. Nice! Definitely this is quite very classic turn. Going a little rolling turn on the pass. Try not to get cut off the track. So yeah, I'm really always love enjoying classic sports cars in every Gran Turismo games. Because this is definitely 1970s, 80s, and probably 90s. Well, good thing the Alpine does quite very good for it. Alright, almost there in the end of the first lap. Now proceed over to the final lap. Because I'm really glad that this old dog really wants to go for the win. Alright, final lap. Here I go. Well, probably the new A110 is definitely appeared in a different color. Well, I guess this one is going to be white. Hope I can probably get ready to catch up. Pass on over to the hairpin. Make a clean pass on the Alfa Romeo 4C and the SFR Concept. Well, luckily the turn signals might be recommended for any kinds of car sports. Because, well, I might better have to go and turn right whenever I pull the brakes. This is definitely quite easier to do this old style directions. Alright, now I'm about to go and catching up on over to the new A110. keep it up. I'm going for it. Oh, snap, I'm getting closer. Alright, keep it up and make a clean, successful turn. Oh yeah! Bet the young drivers could definitely really want to learn this from the old guidance. Well, kind of think that this car never gets old, because this is why drivers who really drive this car could definitely give out some new tricks to teach the young drivers how to be like a pro. And alright, well, still needs a lot of more handling to do. It was quite actually good for this old car, but everybody thinks it was very popular. So, looks like I finally did it. Reached in first place. It looks like the A110 1600S is finally reaching in first place. Bet the A110 is definitely quite very young. And the old first gen model really need to teach the new models to do some old skills. Alright, well, standard earnings might be quite very good for it. Just giving a little halfway approach. But I'm glad that I'm about to go over to change the car, because this is time for bringing out the A110 Premier Edition, because this is going to be one big deal. Well, anyway, I just already have another Vision Gran Turismo race mode. I'm just waiting for the first one, which is white. Well, Alpine does quite very count on French. Alright, well, looks like I'm about to go and use the A110 Premier Edition. TCS also recommended to be needed. Well, looks like this is going to be brand new interior that I never thought. Because this one is brand new looking modern tech. Well, let's see how this new ride can do, because blue is my favorite color for Hyperion-Blue-GT champion. Alright, now it's time to see how this new ride can do. This is going to get a lot of easier skills to use this new model. Alright, don't lose grip. Well, I kind of think that old and new models could be very good here for this gameplay, because, well, older models and newer models will be included here for you, but any other ideas for coming up with some good custom video attempts here on GT Sport? Because, yeah, I know some other GT players think that I'm missing out here in sport mode. They think that they're gonna miss out all for the fun, because I was gonna sit here and wait and do any kinds of fun things to race with some other vehicles. No, I'm just always glad that this is trying to get a lot of fun things here in GT Sport, doing a little custom attempt featuring all sorts of new rides, including the A110 Premier Edition. Yeah, this is definitely a new type of a favorite based off the 1600S 1972 model. Okay, coming on over on the downhill turn. Past that Aston Martin V8 Vantage. Okay, looks like best session at all, and gotta watch it. Don't want to get too much losing up pressure. Okay, looks like this is the final lap. Almost there, because this is going to be the end of this attempt. Okay, past that KTM X12, Ferrari 512BB, and then aim for the BMW M4. Alright, hold the brakes, take a right direction turn. Oh yeah, evenly this A110 also has that GPS monitor screen. This is definitely quite very modern stylish, but eventually classic A110 doesn't have one, but this new model also has that good high-tech mileage does. This is definitely quite very good for the interior view. Oh, looks like no more joyriding over. It's time for me to get serious and do some racing. Okay, pass on the inside turn. Well, touche, BMW, touche. Alright, time to step things up to catch up. Do a little draft. Watch out for the downhill turn. Everyone's worst corner. Boom! Finally made it in the finish line for our last stretch. Alright. Looks like I finally made it in first place for using the A110 Premier Edition. Guess a lot of cars are definitely surprised about this. Well, looks like that was a lot of fun here for you. Oh, and D. Dumas also used that same car as I used. Yeah, kind of think this is quite very useful to have that kind of awesome new model. Okay, looks like finally got some of the earnings summary that I just got won. So yeah, definitely time for one last course, because this is definitely quite very good for it. So, if I probably have to think for it, let's just say I'm about to go and give something for a little course tryout here for on Dragon Trail. Definitely this might be the right time to get ready to do a little evening sunset that I'm about to take for our last 2 laps here for you. Well folks, looks like this is gonna be one last round for it. Old and new models just only share for 2 rounds, because this is gonna be one big heck of a type for this commentary segment here for you. But anyway, I kind of like the 2 Alpine A110's could be much better. The older model and the newer model. Whenever you guys feel like about it, because this is going to be one big excitement to see which similarities does it count. Alright, now it's time to go take on Seaside at Dragon Trail. And we're about to take off. Well, it looks like that the Japanese sports cars and the others are definitely quite very good to be welcoming the A110 Premier Edition. Yes, muscle cars are also definitely comes in shared separate divisions, including the F-150 Raptor, of course. Well, I hope this European new model could definitely take on any kinds of classic retro Japanese cars, American muscle, and pickup trucks. I bet this one is definitely turns out to be simple for it. Nothing gets better for N300 Alpine A110. This is gonna get a lot easier to do some mastering skill sets. Catch up some other opponents with any kinds of sports compound tires whenever they feel like. Alright, coming on the next turn. Well, by the looks of it, I kind of think that was the Audi R8 that I just saw something here. Well, taillight differences, but I don't know, it's kind of think of it when I used the A110 1600S 1972. That makes me feel confusing. Almost there, take on the final turn, and then we're about to proceed on over to take on the final lap. So, looks like this car also takes a 6-speed transmission. Definitely quite good for new generation models. Okay, here on Overboard, KTM Expo is in the lead. Definitely the BMW M4 are trying to go and catch up for it. Alright, just giving a little more time for a break and keep on catching up for it. So I'm always love to take on hard drivers with using the strongest vehicle they just choose. Maybe for instance for the KTM Expo, but for me, I'm just using the A110 to see how strong can the KTM Expo can take on some best horsepower. Because two models are the same in-class division category. Let's see how it goes, and glad I'm about to get ready to pumped up to see how this French car can barely overtake on the Austrian sports bike. Alright, looks like first place in the lead. Good thing every time I'm just gonna have to catch up to make it my way over to the finish line. Last stretch and on over to the last apex, then finish line, and I have finally won for the second round for this new model. Ha, man, that was a lot of hard driving to do for me, folks. This is definitely quite enjoyable. So, looks like this is kind of get a lot of luckier experiences that I just really enjoyed for. So, looks like I got some earnings summary that I'm about to take it and go. And looks like right on cue for the daily workout complete. But I'm glad I'm about to go to pick which vehicle should I receive. I hope this is going to be the Red Bull X 2014 Standard I'm about to go for. Or maybe any Group 1 cars which I really want to get. Or maybe Group 3 because I just received the GT5 Citroen race car Group 3. Well, kind of think I just already got one because, well, this will be added in as well. Okay, well, it's time for me to give out for a little photo scenes because time for the Alpine to do something to go favors the Alpine roads. That's gonna be a favorite country for this French automaker. Okay, well, eventually I might have to go and pick this one because this one is the good view. Time for a little differences. Okay, there's the newer model here and then the classic one. Okay, time to a little zoom in, and I kind of think this one is going to be very used on Deep Into Art, but this one is going to be my picture. But just want to make sure folks don't ever doing this because this belongs to their owners because who really wants to take a picture. Well, maybe I'll just take a snapshot here and I'll make sure it'll be able to be later on in the future. Alright, looks like that's a wrap. I'm just gonna have to take one simple snapshot and that's gonna be it for. So, two differences of the Alpine A110. One is actually the 1600S from 1972 and this one is the Premier Edition. It's the 2017 model. Well, glad Alpine just finally made this new car. Turns out to become an exact classic for a new generation of this model. Well, I kind of like the old one because this one still strong's best, and the new one, well, this one is definitely more classic body style and some new futuristic headlights for sure. But anyway, differences does count. Year's model always has something for giving us for each generation for these kinds of vehicles for now. Well, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to click like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. Check it out on Hyperion-Blue-GT tutorial.deepintoart.com and check out my very own wiki fandom on the second link below. Well, thanks for watching it, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time to do a lot of things in Gran Turismo Sport. Thank you, and have a great day, and stay on racing, folks.